Mr. McGee! Mr. McGee, don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
¿Qué será?
Peace here. Welcome to a show in a glass of its own.
Yes, Thames Television, the station with knockers. Excuse me, there's one now.
It is my esteemed pleasure to introduce Mr. and Mrs. Donald Trump.
One hell of a model American.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been watching my channel for a while now, you know I rarely go down the political rabbit hole, but obviously, the 5th of November, we were all, a nation of people in various parts of the world, sitting on a comfortable armchair, or in my case, my sofa bed, watching people like Tim Pool unraveling the election results, or as I like to say, the erection results, all over America. And it was very interesting. And I will say that since President 47, Hitman 47, is back in the reign again, I mean, I tell you what, it's good. I called it Return of the King because it's absolutely spectacular. For a while, I actually thought Donald Trump wouldn't even win. But when I woke up the next morning, I'm like,
Whew. Now I feel better.
common sense has spoken, folks. The popular vote, the majority vote was won by Trump, and it's just fantastic. I love it. The meltdown in Hollywood is amazing as well. People like George Clooney, Taylor Swift, who's dog shit, and by the way, Kelsey Travis, who plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. Stop wearing handbags, mate. Leave her and go and do your own thing. Everybody says that Taylor is a psyop. Well, quite clearly, even her influence and influencers couldn't sway the vote. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. But one thing I will say to you now, folks, do you think this is going to change anything with entertainment? Nope, it's going to get so much more worse. I know Grums has already said this on Twitter, but I'm just going to echo this because I thought about it a few days ago when Trump won, but people were predicting this. All the entertainment that comes up Hollywood in the next 4 years, even in your video games, even in your comic books, they're going to reference the Orange Man. He's bad. He's terrible. He does awful things, and people are going to get turned off by that. But hopefully, somewhere amongst the wood for the trees, you're going to see some good things coming out to fight against that, because common sense at the end of the day, folks, has actually spoken. Of course, I can't say the same thing for Mass Effect 5 from BioWare. The BioWare magic. It ain't gonna happen.
Eat lightning and shit thunder with Jason King on Kung Fu Hot Dog.
Rated R. Starts Friday, June 22nd at theaters everywhere.
Have you ever wondered what it was like to be inside a room of screaming, libtard, ridiculous, liberal women of mixed ethnicities, or in this case, lots of white chicks, and for one very bizarre black chick in the corner over there, but you'll see her in a second. And again, ladies and gentlemen, why I don't date black chicks or women who scream their heads off. Get ready, this is going to be painful. This is when Trump won, by the way. This is how women reacted. Or then again, they could be reacting because they didn't enjoy Dragon Age Veilguard or what's coming up in the next Mass Effect game. Look up, holy shit. Hey, stop for a second. Right. Look at this chick right here. They've all got the same thing in common, by the way. The glaring, starey eyes like Mr. Beast. These are like the devil's disciples, aren't they? It's funny. It's absolutely painfully funny to look at. My goodness. If I ever get married to a white chick, and I intend to, by the way, she's not going to display any insufferable traits like this. However, folks, now that I mentioned that, it only gets... All right, you can stop screaming. Stop it now. Just stop it, girls. Just let me put you on mute if I possibly can, because lots of insufferable chicks need to be muted, right, folks? Oh my God, escape. Oh my word. Now, remember what I was saying a few minutes before, folks, about Trump being included in your future entertainment? Well, Mass Effect writer says, I'm trying hard to restrain, this is when she goes to the toilet after constipating for the umpteenth time in the same day, the vicious need to lash out at other people following Donald Trump's presidential victory. Of course, just take one look at this writer. That's who writes your video games, folks. No surprise, she wrote Mass Effect Andromeda. I think it was the accompanying book for the ill-fated video game. KC, as in and the Sunshine Band, Alexander, wrote the tie-in book, more like Tie Up and Strangle to Death, Mass Erect Andromeda. Nexus Uprising is not handling the new President Trump election victory very well. Oh dear, I was never put, because if the shoe was on the other foot, what would it be then? As Smash JT said, people like me and him will get suppressed further into the quicksand, right? We'll get waterboarded at this stage. On Blue Sky, yeah, you should all go on there, folks, if you want to see absolute cope. It's hilarious. Wrote, have reached the point in this game where the first night shrieks and wails and sober is no longer acceptable. Tomorrow is a new day. But to get there, it's squeal time. Unsponsored. Is that NyQuil? Is that what she means? Yeah. Unsponsored F this S. I'm emotionally unavailable for the next 5 hours. You should make that 5 years, love. Sleep aid of choice. Plenty or quality of NyQuil's optional. So you're endorsing overdosing on NyQuil. Is that what you're doing, Casey Alexander? She also added, or is that a he? Because you never know these days, do you? If you can, whatever you need, she sounds like a Diana Ross song, funny enough, try to get some sleep, even if it's scattered cat naps. Your brain needs the energy to function, which is why we all eat fried eggs every day, to give you that functionality. In her case, I doubt that she even touches eggs. And we will want to function. She's already describing herself, which is funny that she penned the accompanying book of Nexus or Sexus Uprising for Mass Effect, which is all to do about malfunction and functionality depending on what side of the fence you look in that video game, right? Oh, and that's it. What do you make of Alexander's comments? Well, I'll tell you something. I mean, she's a shrieking banshee like that barrage of women that we just saw, which was so funny. I mean, you know what? She is entitled to her opinion. Maybe go and see a stylist like Gokwan and get the sides of her hair regrown again, because you know what? You might need to do that. And funny enough, what a nice cue, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody else who lost their shit at Donald Trump becoming the president again in the USA and bringing back some stability, hopefully. Have a look at this.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut it. Here we go. Have I given up on America? I've also given up on coloring this hair because, right? Fuck coloring my hair. Fuck.
Oh my God, are you married? Do you own lots of cats and dogs? You probably do.
Fuck being skinny. Fuck being hot. Fuck being all the things that the patriarchy wants us to be. Because clearly.
Oh no, not the male. We can't have the male gaze anymore, folks. Oh no.
Have the internalized misogyny required.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm so scared of a woman in power that you'd rather.
Oh, I tell you what, I got to stop that right here, actually, folks, because I'm going to say something controversial here, and I think it actually rings true. In my lifetime, you're never going to see a female president of the USA. It's never going to happen. And I'll finish that sentence off in my concluding statement.
Perhaps I don't know how to work this thing, but I'm on my way. I'm gonna figure it out.
Oh my gosh, this chick is going on and on. Just like a typical insufferable woman, she keeps going on and on and on.
If you want me to.
All right, she's getting there. Are you going to look like Telly Savalas from Kojak? No? Come on, get there, get there. We want to see this. Oh, she looks absolutely retarded. Plus, she films herself the other way around because the writing on the t-shirt is reversed. So I'm wondering if she's got some complex, inferiority complex about what side of my profile looks better on camera. She's redonkulous. And I will say this much, folks. This is where I think look. A female president of the USA is resigned to things like shows like 24, to Veep with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who did a very good Selena Meyer. I thought she was fantastic. And it's great for that. And she was a very good Veep in that show.
Would be. Exactly. I should be president or something.
But when it comes to a female president of the USA, you're never going to get it. I mean, look, 24 predicted a black president with Senator David Palmer, as played by the great Dennis Haybert, who then became President Palmer by the second season. But then, of course, when Barack Obama went into power, people were losing their shit. Oh my God, the first black president ever. When in fact, he's actually mixed race. He's both white and black. So again, at this moment in time, you know, America couldn't quite accept having a diverse, like a pure black president man candidate in power.
With all due respect, Senator, I almost died today trying to protect you. And if I blame anyone for the death of my men in Kosovo, sir, I blame myself.
Then what were you doing at the power plant?
I was trying...
Honestly, folks, this has been great. Mass Effect 5 is doomed. No more BioWare magic. It's all in the dustpan to be swept away in the garbage truck. All Trump supporters were garbage, weren't they? And what did Trump do? You just fight back, just kill them with kindness. And I think it actually worked a big heap. But on that one, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video today, make sure you leave a like below. And thank you to the new subscribers who joined my channel, or rather subscribed, because you heard my name being mentioned on Smash JT's live stream where Mr. Kyle Dobson was his guest, and it was absolutely funny. So thank you very much, gents, for mentioning me on that live stream, which, by the way, is absolutely epic. And I'll leave a link for that in this video here if you want to go and visit it. I recommend you do. It's really, really fantastic. And on that one, if you were me and if I were you, you may wish to return, and you probably should, for the next video.
Be assured, Mrs. Scott, that in this room there are knives sharp enough to cut you to the bone, and hearts cold enough to eat yours as hors d'oeuvres.
I'm sorry! No! 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 Why?
Ja, und es bleibt wild. Diese Fotos hier sorgen gerade richtig für Aufsehen. Jessica Simpson stolpert sturzbesoffen